That lady whose son went viral in the grocery store for saying, "Why is my daddy on child support when you can pay for all the bills?" She is going to regret every single thing she is saying to people right now.
Yeah, it's almost like a single mother cannot be a substitute for a male parental figure. Or more specifically, she cannot be both a parental and a maternal figure at the same time.
Oh, how dare you guys say that my baby daddy's a bum? With questions like that, he is. Oh, stop saying my son's gonna grow up and hate women. You're just projecting your childhood traumas. He is. I've seen my brothers go through it. I've seen cousins go through it. Every time somebody talks about Nick Cannon, people are in the comments talking about, "I only saw my dad twice a year and he was the best dad in the world." No, baby, you're a victim.
And this is why society keeps telling a bunch of people, especially women, not to be single parents. This is one of the consequences of having children outside of wedlock with someone who is not a competent parent. These children want both parents in their lives. They need a maternal figure and a parental figure. You cannot take away one and then expect them to just disregard them because these children don't know anything about your situation. Your relationship with that parent is of no concern to that child or those children. And you expecting them to just let it go or question that, it's really just heart-wrenching to hear because you don't realize how your actions is negatively impacting your children. The way that, and not just by society telling you that, but you not seeing it. You see it in these children's eyes. Where is my father? Especially when they grow up and they go to school and they see other children with both their fathers and mothers. They feel incomplete, like their family history is just cut off because they're not from a normal structured family.
These men will quite literally blame their dad abandoning them on their mother. They would never admit that they have a bad dad. You going back and forth, people, my son would never be a podcast bro. I was saying my son will be a podcast bro. Man, he's already acting like one. Go check his search history. Go check his watch history. A bunch of women in the comments are like, listen, a lot of these boy moms, they never learn. They never learn.
Well, yeah, of course they're going to act like that. They would rather have a terrible father than no father at all. Because again, they yearn to have the other parent in their lives from a very young age. Like that cannot just disappear. So I don't know why you're so shocked about that. You need to see the perspective of a child growing up in a single mother household. Like that yearning to have that father-son bonding or that father-daughter bonding too, as well. Because we're not just going to talk about the men. I'm going to say the same thing for the daughters. Like daughters also need to have their fathers in their lives too. Like that relationship is very crucial for these children. And when you procreate, the single mom out there, when you procreate with men that are never once demonstrated in any capacity that they are father material or husband material, I should say specifically, because I do believe in marry before you carry. Absolutely. Married two-parent households are the most stable family units to have in any nuclear family setting. It is the best for the children. Of course, under the assumption that they're healthy, happy, capable, financially stable adults involved. That goes without saying. Even if they discover that these men turn out to be, the terrible men that were there all along, like they were never good fathers, that doesn't make the mother exempt from her contribution to that child's trauma. The mother is also partially responsible for that as well. And it's just unsurprising that you're not going to hold that mother accountable for her contribution to that. You're just going to directly blame the father as if the mother didn't also, contribute to doing the deed and procreating with the child. Both of them are responsible for that child's development. And they're going to have to bear that sin. Both of them.
I wouldn't be so mad if it wasn't going to affect other women in the future. I've seen this story before. You have men on this app today on live every single day talking about how much they hate single moms when they grew up with a single mom. The cycle, I fear, will continue.
Not all single moms are good parents. Not all of them are good parents. Why do you have such bare minimum expectations when it comes to single mothers? Like, keeping your child alive, clothed, fed, secured, having their basic physical and psychological needs met does not make you a good parent. That is the bare minimum expectation of a parent. Why do y'all do this? Like, I don't get it. Like, because I swear, if it was a single father, you would have a laundry list of expectations for him to achieve when raising his children. Like, to the point where you want to control his parenting altogether. But no, when it's a single mother, you automatically have this perception that, oh, they're just doing their best. They're keeping their child clothed. What more can you want? It's like this lackluster level of expectation. It's frustrating to see. I don't need you to remind you of the statistics of children who grow up in the single mother households. I already did a video on that. I'll just share some highlights, but that's it. The majority of single mothers who raise their children are young, not very educated, not financially stable, were never married when they got their children, gave birth to their children, conceived their children, barely even able to achieve their children's basic physical needs, at most. Like, I really don't have to go there to tell you the obvious. But, okay, yeah, it wouldn't really surprise me to see that these children might bear some resentment about the ways that some of these mothers raised them. Raised them, I should say. Because you can barely even consider that to be discipline at this point.